Good morning, everybody. We are live. We're in a drawdown from yesterday. We had a bad day. Stupid mistakes at the end of the day. We were actually doing pretty good. Not great, but ended up being a bad day. So we took 200 and something $50 in a drawdown, which with the fees and commissions added up to about, exactly 278 or 80, 88, something like that, plus change or minus change. In any case, disclaimer: the content presented in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. The views and opinions expressed are solely those of the creator and should not be construed as financial advice. The creator does not sell any products or services, nor is affiliated with any of the trading platforms or tools mentioned. Trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. It is important to conduct your own research or consult with a professional before making any investment decisions. The creator assumes no responsibility for any losses or damages arising from the use of this content. There was a CPI report today given, right here, 7:30 a.m. Central Time. Spring break, so things might be a little slow overall this whole week. But I briefly looked at what this was today, like what happened with the CPI report, and apparently it was bad news. I didn't dwell too much into it, but that's kind of like the vibe that I got from a quick video I saw. We're a lot more late today, more late than what we would like to trade. We like to trade at 9:30, which is 10:30 Eastern time. But the market, when it opened, it actually was bullish. Well, the first it was bearish. So this is the market open here. Yep. And we were doing not much for, well, we were in this range, this big dip here, but really not doing much, of course, in the very early hours of the morning. So there was a high established here at 3 a.m. There was a high, it got ran, looks like not broken. Let's see. So that's a high, look at that big wick, 2 dojis next to it. There's another big wick candle here with 2 dojis next to it. So interesting price action during the night. And then, well, I mean, dojis are more expected, I guess, because there's a lot less volume and volatility, but still there was some movement going on. This is 1 a.m. when it peaked up here, and then over here we ran the highs, never really broke above the structure or the resistance point. Whereas as the bearish side made a low here that was broken very early during the day. I mean, looks like price basically went down, consolidated for just a bit, and then went down again. And that's the lowest low we've had. We haven't had any more bearish indications since then. Since, let's say, 8:48, that's when things turned around. It left this zone here, or this low here, that we could pay attention to if price decides to come down from where it is. It is actually kind of going down at the very moment, reaching a peak here. So we have somewhat of a zone from this bottom to the top. The low that broke that structure, it's well, this was the high. Well, let's see, this one here, this candle broke it, and the low would probably be here, somewhere around there. Sure. So that's something to watch for, this whole range as well. Let's actually make this line a straight line that goes through it, or that goes through the chart, so we can see it when it happens. So that's that low. This is that high that we mentioned earlier, so it's very close to it. Let's see. Oh, it's this high here, I guess. It's the high here. So basically there's something going on with this little area here that pushes price down, like here and here, basically never going above it here. Okay, so it's definitely newer highs from all the way to March 8th, but that's a Friday, I think. 2:25 p.m. That's when price went into this area. Well, a little earlier, like 2 p.m. I think it was Friday the 8th, I think so. So when price traded lower than that, it never came back up there. But that's too far away, so we're not too concerned with that. If it does get here though, we'll expect a reaction. I'm going to kind of assume a little bearish action if it does tap here. I mean, unless it's a rejection point, it might be a fractal, right? Like if price is moving like this, going higher, where it goes up, down, up, then this could be the point where we go up from. But given what's happened in the past, days, not that many days, but given what's happening a few days ago, from this area, we've been getting rejections to the downside. So when price gets here, I'm gonna guesstimate that it'll push through it, but you never know. We got our zone here figured out. We're tapping into that low again, so that might be a good point to see what happens. It might be another day of lowish volatility. Not really. I mean, this is the average of how many candles? Just one candle. So each candle is its own dot. This is a candle, this is a candle, this is a candle, and so on. Oh, each dot actually. Yeah. So this could be a good spot to long from. Let's see what happens here. Shall we know what that is? Okay, we're running through that point. There's another low here that could push price higher right here. However, we are coming from mitigating this drop, this swing point from here to here. We went and mitigated it, so this could give us indication that it's going lower now because it's mitigated this area. Now it wants to mitigate maybe this imbalance here. It's a huge imbalance left at the 1 minute chart. So definitely gonna be a lot of pull from the middle maybe of this. Yeah, big. A lot of orders are there for the taking, is what I would assume. So very likely that we go back there, but especially now that we ran and broke the lows here after mitigating the S&D zone here. So now, even though it looks like it's pulling up, I think we might head lower unless this low here, it's, well, this one here, because it hasn't been broken, this one, this low here created by this green candle has not been broken by price, but it might do it very soon. I mean, I wouldn't consider this a bullish action. There's lower lows and lower highs being made. Let's see. Yeah. This fractal maybe is another point where we can potentially shoot down from again. Maybe we mitigate this area here. Very small area here, I think, could potentially bring us down further. Definitely here, there's an imbalance left, and very small one here, but still some of it. So we'll see if maybe the scalp down is actually the move. We're a little bit late because this is the type of move that we're looking for. After making the new high, price went low, up, and this is the place where we like to short from. Putting our stop loss maybe out here, taking an entry on maybe this candle, if we're not, maybe no, maybe this one, once we see that there's breaks of these lows here. But since our stop loss would be all the way over here, now that's a lot of risk. Ideally you want to get it here, maybe here. Oh, this one would actually be great entry here, but as you see price go up, you get a little bit antsy. So you see this, you see a high that's equal, I mean, sorry, a low that's equal to the last low here. Then you see a trade higher, run the high, again, sorry, the low, run the low, not running the high, just kind of breaking even with price there. Running this low, however, or this high, this shorter candle high. So when you ran that, I mean, you could take an entry here after seeing all this play out, especially making that, you know, pattern the price does when it switches or when it flips. Then so the entry would be here. This would be a great place to entry, and then your stop loss all the way over here. That's 438 and 426. Wait, what? 2 points only? 425. Oh, 435. Okay, yeah, it's like 10 points from there to there. So not, you know, not a lot of risk, 10 points, but you know, it's also kind of like likely that you get taken out or not. It didn't happen, of course, but we would think that it'd be easy to get taken out because the trend is bullish, and after running these lows and breaking them here, we would probably guess that price might trade higher. However, this is a zone that we would want to watch and expect to trade lower if we are going down, which, you know, we did break structure, so it's a bearish indication here. Then this is our area that we like to take a trade to the downside, take some profit here, you know, here, whatever, just take a quick profit. We're not experienced enough to know whether price is going to go all the way and keep making, you know, lower lows. We don't know that, so we're not trying to guess about that yet. We're not experienced enough to get on those kind of trades. What we want to see is just take a few points out of the market today. 10, 20, that'd be great. 20 points, call it a day, you know, not being drawdown anymore, or just get closer to 50,000 again. And yeah, that would be sweet. Definitely we're getting that flip type of action. Let's see what this candle does. We might get an entry here, our stop loss being about here, above this high here. I do like the setup. However, we just broke the low, so we might actually go higher. So it's not as, there's a lot more risk on this trade than this trade, and especially because we don't know if actually we'll go down further or just with a longer move breaking these lows. We don't know if this low is like a established low from where we flip again. This is more convenient for us. This is not as convenient, although it is kind of meeting our criteria since we want to short following the trend that's currently happening, looking for an entry around here, especially right now. So I'm going to pay close attention here and decide. I'm going to go to the 20-second chart now that I kind of know what's going on that area there. See if I can spot more of a flip. So this would be the, I mean, it does look good. Oh, it's gonna go away without me, but see, now I can't do it. I missed that move. I missed the move, and it's probably gonna go lower, but I missed it. If I get in now, then I get taken out. Price goes up, goes against me. Well, I guess we're gonna get another chance if we break. I would argue this high here. If we break this high, then I'm gonna go bearish. Okay, we broke it. Let's see what price does here, especially here. Okay, so I'm gonna take an entry because it is a low risk entry that might yield actually good profit. With the stop loss being above this candle here. Yeah, I'm not upset about the entry there actually, but like I said, you know, it's very likely that we're going up now. Could be a switch of structure. Maybe a little bit too early to think going down further. This is the kind of action that makes me want to think that maybe a tick could make the difference. So I did. I moved it a couple of ticks more just because, I mean, it could make a difference. There's definitely some rejection going on to the downside, but I'm more hopeful than anything right now. Not really thinking that my trade is going to play out. I'm thinking I'm losing this one. A couple of ticks is yeah, it's not that much money. And you see, well, we did get a rejection, but eventually did take my order. 135 loss. Little more than 5 points. We wanted 5 just to get to that area here. And that's what I was mentioning, that this is not as good as entry as it would have been here, of course. And just for reference, I mean, this is where we were saying that we would get in. So on the 20-second chart, the entry looks a lot cleaner than the 1-minute chart here. That's the 1-minute chart entry here. But on the 22nd, here we go. On the 22nd, oh yeah, we're gonna look at that entry. And now, you know, of course, after my entry, now price goes my way. Happens to me all the time. Well, not really, because I did risk a lot there, and that's the stop loss. Never mind. That's, I mean, it might go my way, but you know, it was just a bad trade, I guess, a losing trade. But in any case, this would be the entry here. This would be a perfect entry, especially after seeing these flips, running these lows here. Even better would be here, because price didn't really go lower. Whereas here, you know, if you get in here, you're too late. I mean, you watch this, you might get scared, you know, move your stop loss, or you might just hold. But when it does go your way, you might not take as much profit, thinking that you were just lucky to get there. And you see now the price looks like it wants to go down. I mean, it's creating a bit of a pattern here. Let's see what happens. But it kind of looked like a little kind of a fake out here. I mean, it looked like it wanted to trade lower. Didn't really run these lows, and especially we had run this low here. So that gave us indication that it might trade higher. We still took the trade, but it's kind of unfortunate that we did. But that's the type of trades I'm looking for. So not a complete waste of time. Yeah, I mean, I mean, if we had put our stop loss above this high, which is probably more important than definitely this one, because this high here was created by a bullish candle rather than a bearish candle high here. So this would have been our stop loss, and maybe wait longer to get in. So now it does look more flipping after, of course, my loss. $49,572. We're losing very quickly. This is only day 2, and we're already 428 bucks in drawdown. Drinking some coffee. Kind of late for coffee, but whatever. Well, that's that Eminem looking, I mean, not looking, Eminem sounding guy on my hip hop playlist from YouTube audio. Yeah, I mean, we're looking a little more bearish than bullish. We did run these highs though. This might be a little bit manipulation or something, or maybe just mitigating this area here, which was left unmitigated after price kind of went down here. So it does align with the type of things that we're paying attention to. So let's see if we can figure this out. We got a low established, and we got a high here. Yeah, look at that. Look at how good a trade it would have been if I had waited. Like, again, like this happens to me all the time on the preparation videos playlist. I mean, I don't know, 30% of my trades are like this, where after taking me out, price goes to where I thought it would go, and not just go there, you know, for a little bit and or stay there. No, it just goes. It goes from like what I wanted, you know, after losing, of course. That probably, I would say 30% of the trades happens, or maybe more actually, maybe 30 to 35% at the most, I guess, not 40. Yeah, and some of the trades I win, like let's say this was over here, like well, never mind, just forget this one. Let's say I put an entry here and I take profit here, so I just take 5 points or whatever, and the trade does go, I mean the price goes this way on a trade that would have yielded me a lot more profit than I took. So that's a good thing. I mean, of course I take the profit because I want to get in and out, but it's a good sign that we're in those places where we get strong reactions. This way we can, not be in drawdown and also take a small risk for big reward as we get experience. Yeah, I mean, I still think that price wants to go at least down here. And the thing is, once it breaks this low here, it's probably gonna keep going for a while. Because the real juicy area, I mean, there's a bunch of them. There's one here, there's another one here, there's this S&D zones. Definitely the 50% of this range is now our from our point of view, a place to take a trade from. So let's see, horizontal line. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll create some kind of 50% zone here. So this is really the swing point is probably, I'm gonna say here, I'm gonna say this high here and this low here, and the 50% would be here. So we haven't mitigated this area yet. This is unmitigated, this area. So that's where we can expect price to come. This is just price hanging out above the zone, and that's probably what made my trade not a good trade, because I'm in a place where price is not really trending, it's more consolidating. And the problem with that is that, how are you sure where to get in? I mean, it's as you can see, price is very, moving in different directions all the time. Whereas this type of moves, I mean, we are more clear to take an entry. So now we can expect price to trend down, tap into this area, this 50%, and get a rejection or a reaction from there and trade higher than even this highs. But we don't really care that much. We just want to grab some points as the trend is going up. One trade could really be all we need to get back if we are able to catch like a longer trade. That'll be hard to do with my risk tolerance, but being too cautious and too conservative, sometimes it's actually worse for us because we don't really make profits. We just keep losing slowly. So we gotta be bold. That's kind of one of my rules too, but my rule is to be confident when I'm bold. So, or be bold when I'm confident. So I got my 10 rules. Of course, I gotta follow TradeDay's rules. That's the rule number 1, because if I fail these rules, I lose the thing right away. There's of course consists of the permitted times, maximum drawdown, which is the only one we've lost. We've in our past performance, this is why we lose. We haven't actually broken this rule or this rule. And as far as this, we have been consistent, and we have been, well, actually we haven't hit 10 days trading on actual simulation, but we did do it on the preparation, which was kind of an achievement for me, not to lose the account, hit the maximum drawdown on 10 days trading. So you can see those 10 days in the playlist of the preparation for this evaluation. And I did trade for 10 days and I didn't lose. I didn't win. I was in a bit of a drawdown. Actually, I would argue I was dead on break even because of all the fees that added up. That's why I was in a drawdown of like 500 bucks. But had it not been for the fees, I'd probably be kind of breaking even. So that's kind of an achievement for me. But in any case, I got to follow my 10 rules. I haven't broken any of these rules yesterday. Um, I don't think I traded past 2 p.m. I gotta double check on that because I did start trading kind of late, and I might have even hit it without even realizing how late it was because I kind of had a weird day yesterday, and it's part of why I traded it so poorly, because my phone kept ringing and anything. But in any case, I don't know if I broke this rule, so I gotta double check that. And if I did, that's a big no-no. Stop loss movement. So on each trade, I'm gonna take a look at if I moved my stop loss and what happened because of moving my stop loss. Did I hit my profit? Did I trail it? Or did I break even? So take a few breaths when hurrying or anxious. Yesterday, by the time I was hurrying and anxious, I already lost and it was already over. So I was done or anyway, so didn't even have to a chance to take a breath. But I guess after the first losing trade, I should have probably done this better. And then maybe I wouldn't have taken that second trade. So maybe I failed this rule. Today I'm gonna look at that video and see, what I decide of whether I broke the rules or not. So this is the rule I was talking about, be bold if you're feeling confident, and that's what we may have to do to pass the evaluation, because being too conservative and too safe um, hasn't really been working out for us in terms of profit. It has been working out again by not losing the evaluation quickly one time, but or not even the actual evaluation. It was a preparation, so it was a demo account. But so that's good. That's a good thing about being safe and conservative. But as far as this is not gonna cut it. This is not gonna cut it. We have to be, we have to be more decisive. I thought I was being decisive with this trade, and look what happens, right? Like, but that's being a rookie. Can't blame it on anyone. Like a skater song. So yeah, we're slowly trading downwards, but why does it say? Oh, okay. I got a little scared when I saw that it was. Um, it says here 139. I was like, oh my god, like, no, it's it's 11:30. Oh my god, that's what happens when you party the night before. Oh shit. So in any case, man, let's talk about something while we watch this price, because this ain't moving. This thing ain't moving. It's lunchtime. Freaking lunchtime. Um, yeah, trading psychology, right? That's what everybody's talking about. Oh, you gotta think. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You gotta think a certain way if you want to act a certain way. So, trading psychology. But my thing is that I think a lot of people who start trading, like at the beginning, they start to do their research, start to get, kind of the basics of the whole thing. And they run into this psychology theory where, they probably get into trading, they lose a few times, they wonder why they're losing, so they're looking for like a strategy or a method. And of course, they run into psychology methods or tricks or whatever you like, lessons, whatever. I'm not dogging them. I'm just saying, psychology stuff, right? And the thing is, like, I don't think the average rookie beginner trader benefits too much from psychology lessons or methods because they haven't traded enough to even how should I put it? So let's say you're a tennis player, right? Let's say, well, you're not a tennis player. You're a beginner. You're like you're interested in learning tennis, right? The sport of tennis is, as we all know, pretty difficult sport. It's can't just pick up a racket and be good at it, right? Like you need lessons or you need to just play a lot to get better. And in any case, let's say you're a beginner, you pick up a racket, And you go out and you miss every forehand where, whereas you look at TV and you look at the pros or whatever and you think, oh, I can do this, it's not so hard. But then you get out there and then you can do it. It's really hard. So then think about it. What do you do, right? Like, oh well, why am I bad at tennis? Or what can I do to get better? Not why am I bad, but what can I do to get better, right? And then you find a psychology tennis book that tells you that the reason why you're missing the forehand and the backhand is because you're thinking in a certain way, or that your psychology, basically your the makeup of your mind is not helping you and could be worked upon. So you take those things into consideration, you start thinking better. Now, are you really going to improve your forehand right away? Like, no. No, because you still have a shitty forehand. You have to like hit 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 forehands, and then you might think about psychology. You see what I'm saying? So I don't dwell too much on the psychology aspects of um, trading, because basically what I do to just think better and stuff is just have these rules that I showed you earlier. These rules are my is getting rid of the psychology. I mean, if I follow them, then that's it. I mean, and this can change over time. Of course, these are not the best rules. There's no strategy, right? We don't have a strategy yet because we're rookies, right? Because we're rookies, right? So we don't have a strategy. So let's put it like here, because then we're like, what the heck? Right? Because we're rookies. We don't have a strategy. But the rules, in a way, it's our strategy. This is the most important part for us, is to follow these rules, which include, of course, TradeDay's rules for the evaluation. So that's what I'll say about trading psychology. And the reason why I mention it is because we're just kicking it, right? We're waiting for price to come down. It's taking a while. I don't want to get in on a trade going down because I don't know how much further it'll go. There's a lot of times where price doesn't really go all the way down where I think it will, and just shoots up from here. It could also shoot up from here. It could shoot up from here. I mean, this as a D zone is definitely going to have some strong support, I would guess, considering this has brought us the break of this high, eventually the break of this high. So this is definitely lows that are going to be protected, but we still kind of expect the mitigation of this area because it was left unmitigated. So let's say price goes there, let's say taps here and leaves, we're still considering this whole area unmitigated. Well, this area, like let's say price leaves from this line, right? Or maybe here, turn like 20% or 10% of this area, and then leaves up. It's still left a huge area to be mitigated. So we might consider price dropping and then actually hitting the 50% zone or a little bit lower. Ideally, we'd like to trade from the lower part of the unmitigated zone. So yeah, so the reason why I mentioned the whole psychology is because like I was having a conversation with a buddy, and he was telling me about a book that he had about psychology stuff, and that's what I told him. That was my thought. He thought it was a good thought. Like he didn't say no, that's not true, or nothing like that. He didn't argue, or he might have agreed or might not have, but basically we're just chatting. Like not nothing serious. Not a podcast or anything. Just calling on the phone, just chatting, and he kind of agreed. So, but yeah, I mean, I like to use the analogy of tennis because I play tennis. I like tennis a lot. I'm not particularly bad at it. I'm actually a lot better at tennis than trading, at least more confident. But that's why I use the analogy, because to be good at tennis, you have to like play a ton of time, a ton of hours. So same thing with trading. That's the only way I'm gonna get good, is just be here all day, you know, doing this. Just watch it. Just watching this mitigation. I mean, not this consolidation. That's it. I mean, as far as the consolidation, we got a low and a high established here, but price is acting up a little bit on us. Like, I mean, look, it's running the highs, going higher. We might get a rejection from here, but who knows? I mean, it might do what it did here, where it creates a high, goes a bit low, and then runs the high, just like it did here, you know, where we lost. Because you would have thought that this was a low with a high and then lower low. No, right? It didn't make a lower low. It gave us a false signal. Well, I mean, not a false signal, but just the fact that it broke this lows, no, sorry, these highs, and then traded lower. Of course, the unmitigated area is here for this particular swing, and the 50% is right about there, right where we got taken out. So maybe I was just too early, considering only about 30% of the area instead of like 50%. So we might have gotten a little bit of, you know, zoom lenses or something. Well, this would have been, I mean, sweet, like if you consider this one, the 50%, but wouldn't, I mean, if you had held on to this trade, you probably would have been scared and got taken out, or just move your stop loss to break even. You're probably gonna get around here, unless you can, you know, really put your order here, which you could do it with a limit order, but that's tough to do. That's why I use market orders. I just really don't know how to handle limit orders yet, and you know, seems basic to just get in and out when I want, at the time I want, and I want to make sure I'm in and I don't have to wait or hope my order gets filled. Well, yeah, I mean, that could have this is about 50% of this low and high and low little area. We're still hoping for the price to drop all the way down here to get in, so we're not getting in on this trades. If price does start to shift up, a good place to leave probably would be, well, I mean, if it does go up, I mean, I would probably assume that we're gonna go higher and even break some of the highs here. I mean, that's if price does go up. I probably doubt that it'll go down up to here and then down further. It could happen, but I don't think so. I mean, I think we're again hoping and also thinking that price will go here, but we cannot trade what we think. We cannot trade what we hope. We have to trade what we see. So if we see price get here on the 1 minute time frame, which would be there. Actually, this is not it right here. On the 1 minute, the area it's from here to there, and this is 50%. So like around here, if price does get here, then we can expect the price to go further up. That's what we want to see on the 1 minute, and then on the 20-second or even 10-second, which I will put another chart for. Oh shit. Using the June contracts already, because I don't think I think volatility is going very low on the March, and it's also gonna expire soon, so probably good to roll over. The ATM is off here. It's not good. Oh yeah, because this is a 20-second, so we're gonna make a 10-second chart here. Just so we have more confirmations once we do the trade. Ah, man, I guess I don't know. Anyways, Squeaky chair. What else? So in the 1 minute, we can do some schematic or some, yeah, some drawings. Got this area from here to here. We got this high and this low put in. Then we got it's 50% of that area. Oh shoot. Sounds too repetitive. Bite me. Oh, I already heard that one. And this place could also yield another you know, push up. Especially this here. See what happens here. Hasn't really traded any higher though, so we're still thinking it's gonna go through it. And all the way down here. This would be a great entry going up. Stop loss. We don't have to actually put the stop loss all the way down here. We could just take maybe below this candle. I mean, this definitely gives us some indication that this area will get mitigated and trade higher from there, just because this is already there. But this could also give us indication that price does not want to go all the way down here. Might just go because it's been somewhat mitigated. I mean, it was, this low was ran and broken, but we could call that a mitigation of this area's left because of the price breaking the highs to the left. So this could have been the mitigation and manipulation of this higher high here, or actually of this area, you know, of this low, and eventually made of course the highest high so far at the moment. So we got a big range here. And we got these two areas to consider where price might shoot up from. So that's what I would say about that. So going again to the schematics, then, you know, we got, oh, this is the area that I drew earlier that I mentioned that was going to be interesting to watch, that we could get a rejection. Actually, no, I said that we could get a run through it. The volatility is so low right now in volume that the price is not really moving. So, but yeah, this, I was expecting this to cause price to just trade lower. But of course, we could stop here. This is definitely also an S&D zone that was left unmitigated when it traded higher. Price never came back to this area. So this could be also a place where we go high from higher. Jeez, there's a lot going on. Look, I mean, it doesn't look too complicated today, price action, but it just the time that we're at and the place that we're at might not be the best place to take high probability trades from, whether it's here or here. I mean, they both look good to me at the moment. That's the low that matters, and it hasn't been broken. The reason why it matters is because after the swing up, that's the low that was established before running structure to the left here. So very important low here, and it's right now being tested. Not ran yet, not even ran or broken. So, but we're still not getting, well, this is a bit of a bullish indication with this candle going all the way up here. But now we ran the low. We'll see what happens. We'll go to the 10-second chart and see if we can spot some other thing. And while I do that as well, I'll be looking at the 1 minute on my other monitor, because that's part of my rule too, is to, if I take a trade, okay, well, we shut down. Yeah. Okay, so I was correct about that area there. No, where was it? Here. Here. I said that you can look at the beginning of the video. I said this area would give us bearish action. So that's actually good for us, because we kind of know now more or less what's going on, where we are. So now we are more likely to get to this area where we can trade up high from. Even this purple area would be the best area to get in on. But yeah, I mean that bar did close above. Now this S&D zone is also could be a place to shoot up from. Any of these zones could give us a reaction. Right now we're kind of going through imbalances here. There's two of them. Well, basically three of them. One, two with a fractal, and three with another fractal. So two fractals and imbalances. Price is trading lower, as we expected. Yeah, so I'm doing a little bit of drawing on the other chart on the other monitor. So if you just see me not talking or something, is because I'm doing something. I don't like to stop talking because I know you guys get bored. The MACD. Trying to remember what the MACD meant. I think it's like a signal and the MACD. I think the MACD is the green one. Then you got the signal with a yellow. Actually, let's see. The signal is the orange one, and the MACD is the green one. And then this means that, well, I'm kind of getting a little confused. Let's see. Moving averages. MACD is what? A oscillator or a channel oscillator? I always lose the MACD. I think I put it in the wrong place here. As far as the index, see if we can find it. That one. Is it that one? PPO. Trend. Nope. 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 Where is it, MACD? the heck? Oh, I never saw it. Jeez. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's the first one? No, it's the RSI. Oh, it's because I don't have a title for it. Moving average convergence divergence. Trend following momentum indicator that shows the relationship between two moving averages of a security's price. It consists of the MACD line, signal line, and histogram. Just trying to remember what the histogram means. The the kind of the volume type indication. Oh yeah, signal line crossovers, center line crossovers, and divergences from the price to make the trading decisions. A crossover of the MACD line above the signal line may suggest a buy signal. A crossover of the MACD line above the signal line. See what that looks like. A crossover of the MACD line above the signal line right here, for example, indicates a buy signal. I guess so. I mean, if you put an entry here, yeah, definitely you'll, if you can watch this crossover. Oh, what happened to the music? Come on. Oh, there we go. If you watch this happen, this crossover of the MACD, you're about here when it happens. Let's say you buy here. Yeah, you could get some profit. I mean, a little choppy order because price doesn't, well, you don't get into drawdown until here. So quick scalp. I mean, because if you're just taking this because of this, then quick scalp. Let's see if here as well. This is a crossover of the, oh, come on. Here we got another crossover of the MACD above the signal line. And we don't get a bullish reaction right away. We do get some more bearish action. But once the crossover is finalized here, because it kind of crossed it here, then went back, then crossed it again, and then we got that bullish. But again, it brought, yeah, that's why I don't like indicators, because they can give us signals that we might misinterpret, especially because we're not experienced enough. I guess once you get really, well, you gain a lot more experience trading, then you can consider, we can consider looking at indicators more often. But you know, taking a look every now and then just to keep our memory fresh of what certain indicators mean. On the 1 hour, you know, we got the volatility, so we're, you know, kind of in the middle of the range, not too high, not too low. This one is the money flow oscillator. I'll take a look at what that means later. I'm kind of tired to look at that. But we also have the exponential moving average on green here, and these are Bollinger Bands. You know, I've noticed that, well, never mind. Don't want to talk and say nothing. Again. Oh, look, we did get a rejection back to the area. So now this is, you know, this is actually not good for us, because this is not kind of our entry point. You know, this is not where we want to see. So now we're going to have to wait for price to go up as much as it wants. If, you know, if it breaks these highs, then definitely there's more bullish indication, but still we're on a kind of a downward trend. But because price got rejected from this area here, well, this S&D somewhat that we mentioned, oh, it is the unmitigated area actually here, because I always like to think of the unmitigated area as, you know, we got the V shape pattern and then a break and a push up, and this is the real juicy part that was left unmitigated, because there's just, you know, bullish candles and no, price didn't really get back here, traded higher, then it finally went down here. So yeah, I mean, this would be a really good spot to take an entry. However, I also mentioned that this is our real unmitigated area that we want to see price get back to take a trade up. But that's if like we want to look for a real high, a lot of a big profit yielding trade, I guess, a swing trade. But if we're looking for scalps, I mean, these areas could also be good for us. I mean, you take an entry here, for example, let's say you entry. Well, I would say we're not late, actually. We're not late on this trade yet. I don't think I would get in yet. I mean, we are seeing a bit of a ladder pattern, so you could get an entry here or here with your stop loss maybe here. Well, it's too much risk for me. It's 30 points. Jeez, is it really 30 points? Yeah. Um, but maybe your stop loss is just below that candle. I mean, I don't know. This look like they're gonna be ran. Price might trade lower. I still think so. Unless we run these highs, especially this fractal here could also give us a push down. $11:56, almost noon Central Time. So people from New York, they're probably getting back in their desks at around 1, right? Get some volatility going. People have an early lunch in the United States, right? They eat at 11:30. I consider that breakfast. So this is price either going down further, breaking this low, or just mitigating this area here before trading higher. I would guess lower, but we'll see what happens. Let's look at the 10-second chart and see if we can see like, some kind of pattern forming that could give us some kind of indication. Just making sure that the stream is still going, or am I just talking to myself? This is the NASDAQ stocks, individual stocks. Hey, Walgreens. PayPal. Yeah, I hit it too. So all the ones that I don't like are going down. Let's see which one I like. Costco. I don't care for Costco either. This one I really like. This. I don't know if I have it here though. It's like the O'Reilly's. It's like an auto parts type of company, and it's amazing how its chart is very clean and uptrending for the past 5 years. Probably one of the cleanest charts I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, I don't think it's here. Maybe it's not in this list of the NQ of this Trade of 8 platform. Oh, by the way, quick announcement. Patreon. Okay, subscribe to Patreon. Make the dream possible, please. You have the power to do it, and do it. And then also, quick announcement as well. What was the announcement? I forget what I was gonna say. Just subscribe to Patreon, I guess. Okay, wait, it'll come back to me. What's the update? I had an update for you guys. That's what I get for going out last night. Can't find my 10-second chart. What happened to it? Where did it go? It was here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, that was it. That was the trade. Well, by the time I found the 10-second chart. Okay. denied. But you know, it's like how do you get in? Just get in here? I mean, yeah, that would have been a good move. I mean, it's 50% of this um from here. Let's say from down here. Do I have two sticks or okay. So it was 50% of here to here to there to here. So it's here. More than 50%, which is awesome for us. That's what we want to see. Now, of course, it is turning bullish, but we might get another entry. We might get another entry. Let's see if we can. Let's see what happens here, especially on this very low time frame. Then I can watch the 20-second, maybe 1 minute on my other monitor. Jeez, I don't know. I don't know what I would do here. I mean, there's probably just another missed opportunity. And of course, we are running now these highs here. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's the place maybe where we're shooting from is this one here. This was the good entry point that we would have taken. We expected price to go lower, especially after running that area here. It ended up shooting up from this top of this consolidation zone, basically from the you know the bottom of the unmitigated area. We consider this the unmitigated area all the way here, and that's where price left from kind of the bottom of it. Then give us another entry. Oh wow, look at that drop. So now this is scary because this could be another drop, I mean another opportunity to get in, or we're actually going lower now. So, geez, I don't know. And especially when price shoots down, that's when I get cooked the most. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we are getting another rejection, but yeah, you see? That's when you see the rejection, you think, oh, okay, it is going up, boom. And now it could still go up, but now, no. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that would have been a nice, sweet trade here. Good indicators, and price did do what we like to see it do from where we want to see it do it. Okay. Oh, look, you see that? Jeez. What a teaser. So I do think we're going higher. This is very telling, I think, of a flip. What just happened there? So I put an order going up. Okay, we got that trade. Yeah, I mean, just the way he did it, it looked like he wanted to go higher. Now we kind of got a little bit late on the trade, not too much. Let's see what would have happened. My entry was here, so my stop loss was here. Yeah, I mean, kind of a risky trade because it was already going up, and we took it going up. So could have been a little late, but we still got it. A little bit closer to our target to just break even again. But now, you know, we got this action, this two actions looking very bullish, looking very sorry, bullish, very bearish. So I don't know, price might just range here for a while. There's this big S&D zone left here on the 10-second chart, which on the 20 1 minute chart, it's just of course a couple of bars. There's not that much of an imbalance. The imbalance that this is creating on the 10-second chart is a lot smaller on the 1 minute chart. There's really, yeah, very, very small imbalance, very small. But it's interesting how the price action looks, although similar, very different in some ways on the lower and higher time frames. Yeah, I'm still guessing bullish here, especially going back to mitigate this area. We should have taken a trade there. I mean, that was pretty clear that it wanted to go up. But now, okay, so he's ran the high. Let's see if he could runs the lows. This could be a good entry coming up here. If it trades a little lower, but not as low as this candle here. Okay, never mind. Okay, so this could be another good entry going up, but have to wait a little. Oh no, too early. Why did you wait? Oh my God. And look, it's gonna go my way, guys. If my entry would have been there where it was. Yeah, look, my stop loss would be here. And you see? Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's, it's like it's against me. Look at that. I wanted to go up and look at that. Nope. Yes. That happens to me a lot. Just late on the entries, you know, just late. And but then if you're not late, you miss it out. This is just such a you gotta be so precise, you know, on the timing, and you gotta be calm. I am kind of calm actually. I mean, we just lost $100, which we had just made, so we're kind of back where we were an hour ago. Except the music is not going. I don't know why it does that. It just like takes a while to play the next song. You see that? Look at that. Look at my trade, guys. Jesus. And now we're probably gonna trade lower now. Unless we break this high. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm thinking bullish. I'm thinking at least back here. That's where I'm thinking, but maybe we get another entry. I mean, now we got two, like a double bottom, so I don't know. I don't know anymore. I knew here, definitely here where I did win the trade. So we're in a kind of a consolidation zone that we might profit from. Chance, give me another chance. Give me another chance. Come on, go down a bit. Not too much, so. It's either gonna shoot off, down, or stay and shoot up. Yeah, shoot down. Well, the good news is we are trading a bit lower. So let's look at the 1 minute chart. See where we at. Yeah, we're still pretty far away from that zone. You know, it's been kind of consolidating for a while. Just lost some money on the way down, which, well, we didn't actually. We just broke even. Well, we lost the fees and commissions. Yeah, two trades, one good, one bad. $100 each. We're back at that low again, so we might get a reaction, especially this bullish action here is definitely looking a bit more like a flip than a continuation because we haven't run this low yet. So this low is responsible for breaking these highs here, especially this candle here, this high. But we're still trending down, so it's very hard to feel good about taking a trade going up. Although that's probably the right move. Just scalp up as price goes down. Volatility being very low now, so price is just staying there. Yeah, we haven't ran these lows, but there's no bullish indication either with this high not running this high. Yeah, this is the high that we haven't ran yet, this one middle. I don't know what happened here because my order is kind of blocking the view. So yeah, that's the high that we would need to break to get more bullish indication. But for now, we're actually hoping that we go down because we might get a really good entry all the way down here. We're getting closer to that spot. This could also, well, right now we are in a very likely area to bring us higher too as well, being unmitigated here, especially after the break of this high here. Price left this unmitigated zone. We're mitigating it right now, but we think that price wants to get lower to the half of this high and this low, because this is the high that got broken here by this low. So this is our range. This is 50%. We expect price to go, tap or up below, a bit up below would be ideal. It could just go here and then shoot up. But if it does go to this line or a little bit below, we could look for an opportunity to trade up, take a trade, bullish trade. All right, guys. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take a 5-minute break because this is tiring, believe it or not. And I'm hungover. So here's some music, right? And I'm gonna put a little bit of volume up. Hopefully I don't forget to put it down again later. See you in a bit, guys. Okay, we're back, guys. Yeah, we should we shut off from there. Yep. Didn't we didn't get to the area that we expected, so still not convinced that price is going to trade higher. I still kind of think that we're still gonna come back and mitigate this area. Um, run this high here. Next high to be ran is this one. This could be a big, not a big, but an interesting area of resistance with this high yielding lower lows. It was a double bottom here before trading higher. We thought we were there, we were watching and could have gotten an entry there. But we were thinking that price was gonna keep going down. So I think over time, once a year passes, 2 years of doing this over and over, we'll be able to spot those types of movements. I was taking a break when this happened. I'm not upset about that because I needed a break and I thought that price was going to trade lower. So I wasn't convinced about taking a trade upwards. Although on the 10-second, we got more indications of, the flip happening here with the break of these highs here, which are clearer to see than the 1 minute, when the 1 minute is just a few wicks. Yeah, I still think lower, maybe a scalp down. So maybe price is just going down, up, further down into our area. So we might catch a trade going down. The problem with this type of strategy, if you can call it that, looking for reversal points is risky, considering we're going against the trend or the immediate trend. See what happens here. I want to see if this low gets ran. What I do like about taking a, even though I make less profitable trades going down than up, I've noticed lately, what I do like about downward movements is they tend to be faster, although this move up was fast. So maybe we're gonna get some kind of consolidation after this, not tiny, but somewhat small expansion. But it is getting bigger. No, it's actually pretty big. It's a 1 minute chart now. I guess it's not small. Let's see the 5-minute chart. Yeah, I mean, we expect the price to come down here and take a trade up. So now that that hasn't happened, maybe but again, this low here, we could consider the swing point or the bottom of the swing point going up here, but that was ran, not, broken and ran. So manipulation here and mitigation of the area left here, pushing us higher, going back. So we expect price to come back here because it left this unmitigated area here. Well, here, I mean, this is a good spot to leave from if you consider 50% of this range, but we'd like to see the middle of the 50% of this range, because this is the high that broke the low that made us a new high. So I think I've explained that like 7 times already in this video, but I'm actually just explaining it to myself, I guess. because this was about, this is what it's about. It's just me learning how to trade. Live streaming helps, gives me a documentation of what I've been doing. I can always watch what I did. And that's actually very valuable for a trader, I think, is to have your trades recorded so that you can see them again later. You're definitely getting a little bit of a rejection or a resistance action. Oh, look at that. Oh, that would have been sweet with the stop loss here. Running the lows. Probably gonna go really, but we don't know because there's so many imbalances left here that any one of them can push higher. But we did notice that this high here is very important because it's the last high before the breaks to the left. So yeah, we were correct to think that we can short from here, at least for a nice move here. But we didn't take the trade, and that sucks. But maybe we get back to 50% of this candle to trade lower, but now this could have just been a small movement before, but we did run this low, so that's a good indication. We didn't run this high or broke. We did run it, but not broke it. And again, it coincides with this high here. Okay. Oh man, I'm tempted to short, but I don't want too much risk on this trade as it looks like it's bullish still. It's looking a little more bearish on the 20-second chart too. Okay, so we took a trade going down. Put our stop loss. Oh, well, we did get 5 points there. I thought we didn't have a stop loss, but what happens is I didn't have this on. Jesus. So anyways, that's why we didn't see the profit and the stop loss, because I had them to not show. But we did take a profit there, $100. So we got $100 again. Nice little trade, you know, no drawdown, 5 points. That was actually perfectly executed. That I thought I didn't have a stop loss or a target, so I was about to set up an order. So once I didn't, if I didn't see the order physically, like you know, I didn't see it with my eyes, and then I would have canceled all, and it would have been a mess. Well, good thing is price didn't move. So rookie mistakes, you know, rookie mistakes. But that's expected because we are rookies. But look at that. That would have been a sweet trade with more profit. And it's probably going to go lower. I mean, I do keep thinking that we're going to go all the way down here. And given what's going on, it would make sense that it would start going down from here, breaking new lows. Or breaking these lows at least, if we are trading high, lower. So let's put that gap there. Let's put the high here, maybe here. Let's put this as another color. And the 50%. It actually would be this low, this high, sorry, this low. 50% would be here. This is in case price gets here and wants to trade higher. But if we're up here, we might consider another scalp down. Whoa. Man, I just hope my internet is not faulty, because lately it's been kind of faulty. I do have a backup, but oh my god. Am I still streaming? Well, I don't know what happened there. Jeez, a little bit of technical issue there. Scary, 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 scary. Because if we had been in a trade, who knows what would have happened. Luckily, we do have our stop orders, stop loss, and profit take. So basically this is the high right now that's getting some rejection. We're still on the 1 minute chart, by the way. Where are my sticks? No more sticks. Where are my sticks? What the? Okay, so the one that's been causing the price to go up is here. So this is our small little range. This could be a mitigation of this area, but no, I mean, wasn't really unmitigated. I mean, a little bit here, yeah. Yeah, we're mitigating it right now, so we might come up here, then shoot down lower. Oh, tribal music. Is that offensive to say tribal? Everything's offensive nowadays, so probably. So yeah, no, price is just dead right now. Pretty dead. Pretty dead. Squeaky chair. Wow, we're in a very, very tight range. Extreme. Which a lot of times gives us indication of an expansion coming up. You know, could be. Price is narrowing. Probably if we look at the indicators, we'll see something interesting probably. Let's look at the 5 minute. Well, price is headed towards that price kind of crossing over the signal, or sorry, the MACD crossing the signal here, which could be a bullish indication. The channel was what I was kind of like curious about, the Bollinger Bands. They're narrowing, of course, with a small volatility. Probably gonna narrow a little more in the next few candles, taking into consideration what's going on right now, where price isn't really moving at all in this past few candles. So we might see more narrowing before another expansion. Contraction. What's the opposite of contraction? Expansion? Interesting area here. I mean, we could get another tap here and then go down. We could actually go down from here as well, given that price doesn't really want to trade higher than this candle. But yeah, I mean, I remain bearish at the moment, at the very at least from this range here. See if we can get a trade here. Okay, so I did place a trade. I believe we're going down. I don't like the entry. I really don't. I mean, we've been here in this past few candles, so we would have to run these lows and not really run a high to get taken out. So bad trade. And of course, I don't know what to do here. I think, man, should I risk a little more? I did. I mean, I risked a little more because we haven't really broken this high, and it hasn't, or ran it. So this could be a good stop loss. A little more risk, but we can deal with it. It's not that much. We have to be bold if we want to pass this evaluation. We'll break even. All right, we broke even, kind of. I mean, we made a little profit, 30 bucks. I still think we're going lower, but you know, I'm not willing to risk anymore. Being on too much drawdown, not a particularly good trade, especially once we traded lower. Good indication that we could trade higher now, because we're expanding, I guess, price action. So it's been very narrow, and now it's looking like it wants to go further up and further down. And yeah, I mean, that was not a bad. Could have taken profit, a little more profit, but whatever. It's not a bad thing. 30 bucks, 30 bucks. Pays for our fees of the day. Let's see. All right, so we're $5 down. 5 trades. 3 winning. Yeah, I mean, we're even. We're pretty much even. 5 bucks down plus the fees, so. But the thing is, actually, let's see what, yeah, I mean, basically our loss is just the fees plus the 5 bucks. So 28 bucks. 23 in fees, 5 bucks loss. So not particularly a bad day yet. Yeah, you see that, like, our stop loss was here, so we would have gotten taken out. That's good that we moved our stop loss. Wish I could have gotten 3 points at least. 2 points or whatever's here. Let's see. 89, 86, yeah, 3 points. Well, 2.5 maybe. Okay, so now we might be trading higher, but maybe not. Maybe lower. We're still kind of have that bearish indication that price wants to go and mitigate that lower area that I keep mentioning. So we're at the top of our range from here to here and might get an opportunity to scalp down. Let's look at the 10-second to see if we find something interesting there. This 10-second keeps disappearing. Oh boy. Here we go. Yeah, definitely looking a little more reversal type action coming from this. Well, we missed it. By the time we clicked on the chart, price kind of left without us to the downside. See if we might get another entry here. But now we're at the bottom somewhat of our range. Well, the range would be probably here, but let's see. We did trade higher than this candle on the 10-second. We haven't ran or broken these lows. Sorry, these highs. This low candle, bearish candle, high here has been ran, but not this one's here. Or here, yeah. We'll see if we can break them now, actually. Looking more bullish now. Now that it's expanding a little more. Ooh, the way that wants to shoot down. Oh yeah. So I took a trade, 5 points. Looks a lot bigger because we're on the 10 second chart. Whoa. Whoa. Big, huge manipulation going on. So yeah, that gives me indication that it's going down lower. But boy, did you see that? Jeez. Oh my God. Come on, don't take me out. Don't take me out. Come on, get my profit. Get it. Get it. Nice. Oh shit. Oh man, I like that one. That was a cool trade. That was a cool trade. It just looks crazy on the 10-second chart how this candle just almost took me out. And my stop loss was perfectly placed above this high. So of course we did ran it with a huge manipulation. If you ever see manipulation, that's what it looks like. So our bias is still bearish, although we ran the high. So we have to wait to see if we break the highs. A candle has to break above these highs, and this high, of course, now being you know, the new high for the time being. Oh, what happened there? Let's see. Yeah, we did break. No, no, we didn't. We didn't break. Then on the 1 minute, it doesn't look as drastic, but we do have, let's see, on the 1 minute, we do have runs of the highs, but no break yet, actually. No break yet. So yeah, that was a good spot to leave down from. Again, manipulation being our indication. But we cannot take a trade until, well, here we should have taken a trade here because we didn't break this high here. Did we? Yeah, we did. Which high? Okay, this one. This one. Well, tough to say because it's the 10-second. On the 1 minute we haven't broken. Yeah, we didn't break on the 1 minute. Let's check it out. Let's see. Ugh. You see, on the 1 minute we haven't broken these highs. We ran them, but we haven't broken. So that could be bearish indication. But we're still there, so we shouldn't rush into anything. Back to the 20-second, and the 10-second was kind of crazy. A little scary too. Okay. Run. No, not run yet. This could be another good scalp down, but I don't know. I think if it's gonna go up, it's gonna shoot off and just take my order quickly. So I don't like that. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go bearish here because, you know, we keep making higher lows, but that could mean that they're all gonna get ran quickly as well. But we cannot get in on a trade, and we're ranging really small here. So all right, guys, got a phone call, gotta take it real quick. Be right back. Right, guys, sorry I had to take an important call there, and it was going on forever. But I'm back, you know? Y'all probably missed me, but I'm back. I've been watching the price. I mean, I like kind of like this entry going down, but as you can see, it hasn't really, or was it this one? Well, I was just watching it. It was too, no, that's too long of a time frame to think I was here. I think I was here. So anyways, I was talking on the phone and I was like, yeah, it was actually this. Yeah, I saw this that I thought would be interesting to get in. Didn't do it, you know, 5 minutes later. Too late. I think we're going lower still. We don't, although we ran these lows here. Oh yeah, I saw this whole move. Yeah, these are the lows that we ran and broke. So we do have more in trade lower. There's definitely could be a spot swing spot, but it is running lots of highs there, so could be bullish. So kind of in a range, you know, in a consolidation range, from this low to this high at the moment. That's kind of our range right now. But we are thinking bearish to mitigate again this area here. My trade was from here to here, took profit. Would have gone very bad for us if we hadn't taken the profit there. Well, that was a good trade. This one was a good one. That was a scary one with the big wick before going our way. And then here we went down. That was a tricky one too, but we got it. Was that the break-even one? Yeah, it was kind of like, you know, I moved my stop loss closer to take just a tiny bit of profit, 30 bucks. Okay, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, that's a price action that cooks people. Look at that. Look at that. My God. How many people are watching this in the world? How many people are watching the NASDAQ 1-minute chart? It's almost one, so we would only have about an hour to trade. Hopefully within that hour, and if we do our stay, you know, we got some action down here because this is the area we would love to see price trade to scalp up or to just get a nice juicy order going upwards. Of course, we have this low now that needs to be ran to give us more bullish indication, bearish indication. Yeah, definitely the range is all the way down here. I mean, this is actually somewhat of a protected low because we ran and broke these highs here. So this could be our tap to the 50, lower than 50% area. However, we do think we're gonna get lower, so we're not gonna rush this trade if we go up here. See the 10-second chart. Oh, again. So maybe on the 10-second chart, we can see more bullish indication breaking this high, this high, this high. I mean, you know, I'm kind of considering taking this trade. Ooh. Oh. Man, I'm telling you guys, I wanted to talk about getting on a trade with my stop loss here going up. And then as I was saying that, boom. It's so hard to trade because once you see what you want to do, it's too late. Like, how can I get on a trade now? It could very well reverse down. Let's say, oh, I'm greedy. I get in here. I get in here. Well, now we get a little anxious. Might trade lower, but looks like it wants to trade higher. Oh, that would have been a sweet, 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 sweet trade. And we had all the indications needed to get in on that trade. We might get another tap, but now we're more risk because now we're gonna have to trade from around here. If we go down here, this would have been another good entry, but again, we were talking about how we missed this entry, then we missed this entry. And this entry is not as good. I mean, well, it's panning out to be, but jeez, it's crazy. We had all the indications we needed to go up. We had a nice setup where we could have put the stop loss here. Look how many points. Look how many points that's moved. 400, 380, 20 points from here to there. Let's say we're getting here 15 points. Let's say we're getting here. Jeez. Jeez. And we had every indication with the let me show you guys with the 1 minute chart. And look at that. With the 1 minute chart, we did so we are mentioning that this low is protected because it broke the structures to the left on the bullish side. And then we tapped into the 50% of this 2, points right here below the 50%. Boom. And so now we're up here. Now we want to trade lower, but we don't have enough indication that we're going to trade lower. We haven't run the high, so we might get another entry down here to go up again, break the high finally. But that's unfortunate. But it is fortunate that we are paying attention to these things and actually watching it happen live, because that could be what makes us profitable down the line, down the years, because we're going to do this for years and years and years and years until we get bored or find something else, or we just die a trader. Not we, just me, right? I die a trader. That could be good, beloved brother, son, friend, trader. I mean, that could be a good entry to go up, but the range is so big that I'm not confident about it. This is 50% of that new swing point, I guess. Well, we'll still keep the swing point here actually, because this is still the low that's protected, giving us this high, and right now being tested to see if we can break it, run it at least. But it looks like it is going to happen. I still, even though we are getting a lot of bullish action, I still think we're going here because this is left unmitigated. I think. I think maybe this is the swing point, but the reason why I think that is because this is the high that gave us this low that broke the structure to the upside. breaking this high, this becomes our area. 50% is around here. So this is why we like this area to be mitigated and give us a low that brings us higher, breaking the highs. No break yet. 1 minute. A little bit of a bearish action here, so we might get another rejection and go down again to this range. So we might just be consolidating. We might not be going up or down for the time being, for anytime soon. You know, this big wick could be just price finding a lot of orders in this area and just staying there, undecided. And I would love to trade down from here, but you know, we gotta wait to see if we break this high for a bit. It might be too late by the time we see it, especially with this low not running this low. That's a little bit more bullish than not. And still we're getting a rejection from this area, but we are making higher lows. See what happens here. I mean, the good thing about a trade from here down is that very low risk. We could just put our target, our stop loss here. See that run of this low, not yet this low, but not trading higher. Yeah, that could be a good trade entry going down. I don't know. Not sure. So I'm a little bit hurrying and anxious, so I'm gonna follow my rule and breathe. One more. All right, I don't know if that helped, but you'll feel better. Try it at home. Breathe in and out. You're gonna feel good, I promise. How can you not? Ooh. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to take a trade down, because this is very normal. This what's happening now. So we did tap back into 50% of the, I guess it would be 50% of this two here, right? Like if we get this low and this high here, and then we look at 50%, that's pretty much basically where we left from, you know, a little bit lower. But that, you know, why would we think that this low it's important? Well, because it's the last low before the breaks of this structure, but not this structure. So I don't know, it's not, you know, particularly important to me. I don't think I would have seen the importance of this low. But if we take it into consideration and then put the high here, 50% of the areas where we're leaving from. So I'm trying to think if what's, you know, this is being left unmitigated, of course. So now we're mitigating it a little bit. But if price does trade higher, ooh. You know, again, we're in the 20 seconds, so it's hard to tell what the larger time frame, you know, actually is happening. But again, you know, some kind of consolidation, of course, you know. Not really moving much. I mean, this is 7:30. This is when the CPI report came out. Look at that. CPI report. If we had been here on a trade, we would have lost the evaluation right away, because we cannot trade reports, certain events. And this would have been, if we had gone in on a trade in this candle, you lose the evaluation. But let's say we waited, now we can get in here with no problem, trade down. Who would have thunk it, right? Who would have thunk CPI report would bring price down, up, and then down? Well, I did hear that the CPI report itself was negative or just a little bit of a downer. So here you go, downer, because it did run the low. And price did trade low for a while. I mean, who knows how this candle developed, but it did open here. So it might have gone way down here before, then up, and then closing, or it might have gone up, down, and then closing here. But in any case, the CPI report giving us, that big range. And then price trading higher from the top of that range. And also created a wall here. Price didn't trade higher, and then finally broke structure here. So definitely here, we should have been paying more attention to this high here. I think I did earlier. I mean, the 5-minute is a lot clearer than the 1-minute. So we might have seen it on the 1-minute and not really thought a big deal of it. But now that we see it and saw the reaction we got from there, it makes more sense to us. And especially this area is unmitigated, more so than this area, of course. But I do still want to think that this area, this imbalance here is left for price to come back down to, which is why I've been waiting for that to happen. But price is just telling another story. What we might get is a push up here and then a resistance level that finally breaks these lows somewhere around here. If we look at the swing point, we would see this is the high, and then which low actually would be, yeah, well, we go back to this same thing that we've been talking about, where this is what I wanted to see, 50% of this area because of this high and this low. Now that that's been kind of, at least for the moment, not happen. I mean, what I think is more likely is that we're gonna see this and then finally down. So let's make a projection real quick, but before we do that, let's okay, so let's take this into account. Well, we here, this candle's kind of hard to diagnose, but let's just say a low, right? Let's just say a low. What the? Oh man, I'm gonna sneeze, guys. I'm gonna sneeze really bad, so I'm gonna put the microphone off real quick. Hold on. Oh my god, I couldn't sneeze. That's the worst. It's gonna come back with a vengeance. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, it did draw the line, but okay. So here, high, low, high. Well, we missed this little high here, but that's fine. That's fine. We just want to get an idea. High, low. Oops. Oh my god. Ah, polygon. And then a high. So for the future, yeah, I mean, from here, basically, from here, I expect. Actually, I mean, could this be what's going to happen? Just run the high? But then again, this area, I want to see this area being mitigated here. But when, right? Break of this high and then go there? No, that's not what I would expect to see. I would expect to see, maybe, okay, let's do this. Let's expect this, which is, more in line to what price does. As you can see, we are definitely minimizing the range. So let's say we kind of, go down from here. We go low, not breaking the lows, but then we go up. Let's say we break this low here, this high here, sorry, just slightly, maybe run it, not like kind of a double top kind of action, and then trade lower. to this area again, and then from there trade higher. And we don't have to leave all the way out here. We could just scalp, get an entry and get out here or get out here or something. But it could finally run the highs. I don't know, that could happen, right? So that's kind of something that could happen with price. And this would be our entry. Of course, as this is happening on the longer time frame, on the lower time frame, hold on guys, I'm just putting music. On the lower time frame, you'd see something like so this area, it would give us something like this. Let's say like this. So as we're seeing, this is the drop, we see it here, and this line on the larger time frame could be kind of like this, and this could be our entry here. Right here we could get in. With our stop loss here, right? Or maybe even stop loss a little more moderate, whatever, right? So this is the longer time frame, and on the shorter time frame we see this. Market structure is the type of trading that we're doing or trying to do. But we'll keep going up. So although this could still be a very likely point to go down from, we're gonna wait. And wow. Okay. I'm gonna wait though. I'm just gonna wait a little bit. And come on, give me some. Okay, so I took a trade going down. My stop loss, I don't like my stop loss too much, and my profit's a little too aggressive. Yeah, it is too aggressive, but we'll see. We might break out even. Okay, that was a really good trade. It's unfortunate that we got our stop loss taken. Again, I don't want to go on drawdown anymore, guys. Like, this is ridiculous, just trying to get back to 50K. We need profits, and we're not experienced enough to know what we're doing. So, I mean, still would have been a good trade. I don't think we're going to go up. Okay, let's see what happens actually. Let's not make assumptions. Let's actually see what happens. So my stop loss was here. Maybe let's say here. That's my, yeah, because this is my entry. 5 points, 6 points. Yeah, you see? Yeah, good trade. Really good spot. I saw this play out. This is a 10-second chart. So in the 1 minute, I saw that big wick. Look how clean the entry was. Well, the entry wasn't as clean. That's what actually bothered me, because it would have been a lot better to be higher up here. That would have been sweet, because now I got this high as a stop loss. But look at that, guys. Jeez. And instead of making $100, I made 25. It's still profit. Still profit. We're still on the upside. We're not taking any loss. It adds up. 50 here, 30 there. The only problem is it takes too much time, takes too many fees. That's also a big problem. But because think about it, we're 120 in profit and we're only 87, right? So 120, 87, that's 80% only of what we trade or we're keeping, or less, actually less than 20%. Well, around 20%. 71% ratio is due to moving those stop losses, but I'm gonna look back, of course, and we could find out that maybe our stop loss only prevented us from losing one trade, maybe, but it's more harmful because it has prevented us from taking profit. But maybe that one loss offsets that those winnings, if that makes sense. Like the times I move the stop loss and win the trade, like break even, I guess, break even, are those wins that would have been gotten if I hadn't moved the stop loss. Would they be, higher than the times that I moved the stop loss? Sorry, the time that I don't move the stop loss, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'm gonna have to do some math, some math to figure it out. Math. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's always a good area to spot reversal points. This S&Ds that are, kind of at the top for the of course if you want to short at the top here, but not particularly like the the actual high, but some kind of middle area where price has been ranging, consolidation. Definitely this area was left unmitigated. Well, it actually was mitigated by this. This was the mitigation of this drop back to mitigate it, so it left. We didn't think we would cut back here, but we did because we ran a bunch of lows here. So our range has gotten a lot bigger, from the time we started trading, because we were kind of in this range, but now it's gotten, way bigger, and we cannot make an assumption yet. I think bearish still. I'm gonna hold on to that, but lately it's been running highs, not lows, so tricky. But that's the fun of it. If it was easy, it wouldn't be fun. Imagine if trading was easy. It wouldn't exist, because everybody be rich and nobody would have a job. Not that trading is not a job. I guess nobody would have other jobs. Or I mean, maybe they could, right? Maybe you could do trading. Like imagine everybody knew how to trade. Like we taught kids in school how to trade. Right? Like if you're in third grade, you're taking, a class on PD arrays. You got PD arrays 101. And then by the time you're 14, you're like the best trader. I mean, not the best, but because everybody's doing it, but just for today's standard, you're an amazing trader, because that's all you talk about. That's cool. Then people could have trading to support themselves, and then a job slash, I mean, quote unquote job, to do something you like, something else, or just a hobby. Yeah, I wish I had known or had been taught to trade when I was a kid. If I have a kid, which I probably won't, I'll definitely teach him to trade. Since he's like 1 year old, like 2 years old, I'll be showing him charts all day, put little charts on his crib for him to play with, like little candlestick bars. Have him watch charts all day instead of Barney. But that's just me. $40 left to go for us. Yeah, this is one of the longest trading days we've had, and I'm in a profit, so we might call it a day. This price isn't moving. It's at the top of the range. Well, top of a range. It might be a good time to quit, but you know, every time I say that, I always say that, oh, it's a good time to quit, and I don't quit, and then I lose. So I'm not gonna do that today. I'm not gonna do that. I just said it's a good time to quit, so I'm gonna go with that. Because right now I'm thinking, oh, I want to short, but you know what? I'm done. I'm done because what we actually wanted to play out didn't play out, and that's fine. We're not upset about that. We did take some trades, made a bit of profit, so we're not too upset. We got the experience. We saw a bunch of opportunities. We did see a bunch of opportunities that we could have gotten in and we didn't. So that's a good thing as we get more experience. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, okay? Don't forget, because people forget sometimes. You know, don't forget. Subscribe, don't forget. Or don't forget, you know, don't forget to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? All right. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow for another day, day number 3 of the evaluation of the 50K account, where we're gonna take it by the horns. All right. See you guys later. Peace.